Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
My name is Christina Matthews, and I'm here to tell you my story of how I dealt with dyslexia in the inner city in a public school system. It wasn't easy, but my mom did what she could, what she thought was best for me. I was raised up with my older sister, Nicole. It was just us two in the house and my mom. We grew up on the west side of Detroit, and when I went to school, I wasn't learning very much. And it wasn't because at that time of the public school system, it was just because something was happening with me and nobody knew. My sister on one hand was getting double promoted and going to an extra grade where I am struggling. So my mom was like, what's happening with the two girls? Like, she instantly knew that there was something very different with me than my sister. My sister would grasp things and go. With me, I was just more handy. I could fix anything. I could fix the TV if it broke. I could. And with having dyslexia, it is a reading or writing disorder, and that doesn't mean you're not intelligent. And so for so many years, that's what I felt like I wasn't, because I couldn't understand certain common things. So in the second grade, this is when the bomb kind of hit pretty hard, and I had to realize that I was going to go to a special education class. It's because my mom and we studied all night, and studying. I'm sitting at the table, and she's drilling me on those spelling words, and I'm giving it back to her, and okay, we got it. And this happened multiple times, and I would get to school and I couldn't remember any of the words, maybe 2 or 3. If it was 20 words, maybe I got 5 right. I don't know, with my dyslexia, and every dyslexia is different from students, my short-term and sometimes my long-term memory is really, really bad. And why? I don't know. So, get to school, and I began to write things on my hand. So I'm writing, and I'm ready to take the test. And I'm looking at the test, and I'm looking up. Test, up, test, look up. Christina, can you come to the front? You just got the attention. You just got the attention. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I got busted. So my mom was called up to the school, and when she got there, she was just like, why would you do such a thing? This is when it really dawned on me that there was an issue. My mom cried on the way home. We didn't have a car at that time, so we walked, and the school wasn't far away. So as we walking and shuffling through the leaves, and my mom is like, Christina, why? And I can hear the leaves crumble under my feet, and I'm looking down, and because my mom was so hurt, I began to get hurt, and I couldn't even face her. I was walking before her, and she says, Christina, why would you do such a thing? And I look back down, and all I can see is just the leaves on the ground, and I turn around and I say, Mom, I just wanted to pass one test with an A. All of these tests we've been studying for, I have not got right, and I don't know what to do, and I cannot remember, and I don't know why I can't remember. And I begin to cry, and she hugs me so tight, and she says, baby, oh, I love you so much. You don't ever have to do that. And she holds me, and I just weep, and we weep together, and we just cry. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm sorry, Mama. I don't know how to fix this. Fast forwarding, we move on from that. It's time to move on from this class. And a new teacher appears in one of the classrooms before I passed the second grade. And my mom, she's up there. I don't understand why you would pass Christina. Christina hasn't done well in none of these classes. So I've studied with her. I know she's failed most of the tests, and you're just going to pass her to the 3rd grade. And the new teacher says, I've been looking at Christina. I can see her D's and B's are backwards. She may need to get tested. She has dyslexia. And I mean, it was like the sun came out and the rays started shining, and I could just hear people dancing in the background. There really is something wrong with me. And all of this time with my aunties or my sister helping me, and they're almost just doing my homework for me and just really writing everything out so I can go outside and play. Somebody really understood what was going on with me. She says, yes, Christina has dyslexia, so let's get her tested. And from there on, my mom said, you're going to repeat that 2nd grade. And that's what I did. I didn't understand that. Why would you do such a thing, Mom? Why? I could still move on, but you're going to make me repeat. It was like a joy, but then it was just like a hurt all at the same time. It was like, why would you do such a thing, Mom? My sister's getting up promoted, and then I'm not. And then my peers and my cousins, and it's just like everything's running through my head really fast. It's like, oh my God. My mom said I have to repeat the 2nd grade again. I am embarrassed. Why would she do such a thing? And she went on and she fought them teachers. She said, you're not going to pass my baby. You're not going to do it. She doesn't understand. She was right. I didn't. So I repeated the 2nd grade. That was different. Now, let me say, before I go into that portion of being in a special educational class, just my mom taking that time out and being that advocate for me was like the best thing that could have ever happened to me. This is why today I can stand up for myself, and I can speak for other people who are like me, who have dyslexia and don't want to say a word. I work at a literacy center, and I know that people are scared to say, I have a reading or math disorder. There's something called dysgraphia. But they don't want to admit these things. And they've been pushed all the way through high school. They've graduated, but they're not ready. And I wasn't ready either, but my mom stood in that gap and helped me. Now, I'm not going to say that dyslexia is gone at this point, because it isn't. I'm still struggling every day, but I know how to manage it. So this is my why. This is why I do this, because I know how to manage it, and I want to empower other people, and I want people to be an advocate for themselves. So many years, so many people spoke up for me and had to help me and read so many books for me and read my mail and read my homework all through school. Just had to read and help me and help me and help me. But I want to be able to empower other people like me to let them know that you can do it. Stay tuned for the rest of the story.